Here's a coin. I'm going to flip it, and I want you to call heads or tails. Well, as the popular phrase is coined, there's two sides to the coin when looking at balance. The first, heads, the conventional approach, an equitable division of time between work, extracurriculars, and leisure. It's the perfect timetable. The second is the unconventional, where you throw equity out the window. You say, it isn't possible to divide everything you do, so you just don't. It's the singularity of thought. But there's a third side to this coin, one we fail to see, and that's the rim, on which a coin can stand. We've looked at coins our entire lives, but we've never noticed the rim. Think of why. Because I think there's a third, different perspective to balance, and that's where I stand today. It was the 7th of June 2023, a Wednesday afternoon. I wore a blue t-shirt and black tracks as I sat in this very auditorium when the 8th grade end of year assembly began with the best student awards. Maths, my heart beat fast, but it wasn't me. Science, history, no. With each passing award, the sinking feeling grew in my chest. Because each time I hoped for a Vedant Chaudhary, I didn't get it. Am I good enough? And this worthless feeling clouded my entire being. I wanted it. I did. I just didn't want it enough. And that was the beginning. Because I said, this is the day I will figure out how to achieve everything I wish for, and I'll learn to be better. Fast forward to my summer holidays, where I wasn't going to let this ruin my 2 months of annual bliss. So I asked my parents, where are we going? And they said, Los Angeles, the Harry Potter world. But my heart skipped a beat, because I'd never read a single page of Harry Potter. And then they said, we leave in a week. And I was like, oh my God. I knew that to enjoy my holidays, I had to know Harry Potter. And it seemed unattainable, but I was obsessed. So 7 days, 7 books, and nearly 5,000 pages later, I entered Harry Potter world having read now what is one of my favorite series ever. And I recognized Hermione Granger. I bought a wand. I drank my butter beer with glee. Because that 1 week of intense reading taught me that obsession, when fueled by passion, desire, and enjoyment, can help you unlock new experiences and reach new heights. And this was the true beginning of my shift in mindset, one I knew I had to make. But of course, a growing mindset had to be tested. And moving to October, my dad said, hey, I have an opportunity for you. How do you like to attend a 3-day AI workshop in Dubai? And it sounded incredible because I'd always been fascinated by tech. But there was a catch. The workshop was on my birthday. And so I was torn. On one hand, I had this once in a lifetime opportunity to learn AI and to step into the future. But on the other, I'd been looking forward to my 15th birthday for months. I had the parties, the celebrations, the fun with friends, all planned out. And the debate in my head was constant, but I made the call. So I packed my bags, said goodbye to my family, and headed alone to Dubai. And there I was, entering a classroom, excited yet anxious, on a day that was supposed to be about me, but promised to be about something more. Because in those 3 days, I just learned. No distractions, no celebrations, just a deep dive into algorithms, data sets, and the future of technology. And it may have looked sad, but actually, I was happy because those 3 days of focus, they changed everything. Because I followed them up with 3 months of committed research into AI, which led to a surprising yet humbling opportunity. I got to train over 50 CEOs, more than double my age, in AI. And this experience taught me that choosing discomfort and sacrifice and committing to imbalance when it really counts is what leads to success, fulfillment, and balance in the long run. But this wasn't the last trial, because I came back and I enjoyed and celebrated my birthday. But after I did, there came a new challenge. Earlier this year, I ventured into the world of stage performance because my piano teacher, hearing my newly cracked voice, said, "Vedant, how would you like to perform in a musical theatre?" And I'd never done this before. I was nervous, yet I took the chance. I stepped out of my comfort zone. But I wasn't just performing Coldplay or Justin Bieber. I was performing the classics. Michael Jackson, Elvis Presley, and U2. Like, with or without you. But despite the overwhelming nature of this goal, it was practice. Endless hours of practice, bathroom and stage. But the second I stepped on stage, the initial fear gave way to confidence with every single note. And by the end of it, I was emboldened. Maybe I could be a performer. But 2 weeks later, I put that to the test when I signed up for the high school play. And any guesses on the role they had lined up for me? No way, because I had to sing Punjabi rap. Never having heard a word of Punjabi or a word of rap. And it was crazy. It was alien. A new language, a new genre. But again, hours of practice. That's what got me through. The single-minded dedication in focusing on the intense moments that mattered. And I sang, Teri yaar da tawakhera swag. And safe to say, I not only surprised others, I surprised myself. And you might ask, Vedant, was this balance? No, it wasn't. Because for those 3 weeks, I fully committed. I leaned in, but after those, I allowed myself to lean out. And I find my balance quite like an orchestra. In the sense that an orchestra, each instrument plays at different pitches, at different volumes, but they come together to produce this unique, beautiful sound. Now, imagine an orchestra where all instruments play at the same volume, where they're balanced in the traditional sense. You can hear the chaotic din, but like a violin solo backed by lower tones of the cello, imbalance can lead to a harmonious, fulfilling outcome. But that feeling of failure, it still persisted. School. Because despite all these extracurricular journeys, when I went to meet my college counselors, they said, well, all this is good, but how does it matter if your academics aren't stellar? And I was like, what? I have to do it here too? But I put my mind to it, and the difference, this time I truly wanted it. I really was obsessed. And sleepless nights that allowed for fun hangouts, but those 5 a.m. revisions and that persistent work, the result, I graduated with a 4.0 GPA, and there I felt truly fulfilled in the journey of committing single-mindedly to my goals and in the fulfillment that came from their outcome. My mindset had been tested and it came out on top. And in this, I learned that obsession is a powerful catalyst for success. Now, obsession may be a term some see negatively as an unhealthy attachment. But to me, obsession is nothing but a powerful propeller that allows you to reach new heights, that allows you to break boundaries you never thought you'd even reach. And it's proven to work. A 1993 research paper written by Anders Ericsson and 2 colleagues from the University of Colorado identifies one distinguishing characteristic that sets every master in their skill apart from the others. Guess what that is? Is it talent? Maybe luck? Maybe IQ? No. It's something completely in our control. That one defining characteristic? Practice. 10,000 hours of deliberate practice. The only attribute with a consistent direct correlation to expertise. To put this figure into perspective, think of practicing any skill of your choice for an hour a day, every day of your life. Reaching this milestone of 10,000 hours would take 27 years. And so it's no coincidence that Cristiano Ronaldo is the first to arrive at training at the last to leave, or that Andre Agassi, former tennis number one, hit over 1 million balls per year as practice. It's because a conventional balance makes you average at everything you want to do, but channeled obsession makes you the best at anything you want to do. And it is through this channeled obsession that we can find our balance. Because why do we really seek balance? We seek balance because it's a state of mental calm, where we say we can enjoy all aspects of our life, let go of the stress, and be happy and fulfilled with our use of energy and time. And so balance isn't a tangible concept. It's nothing but a state of mind and a perception of being fulfilled with what you do with your time. And in helping you find your balance, I have 3 questions that can help you. The first, what are 3 things, if I focused on right now, would bring the most happiness and fulfillment to my life? The second, what can I let go of for now? And the third, have I focused my energy where it truly counts? Because it is in these that we find the rim of our coin. And that's the balance and channeled obsession. Because we all have a few things that matter to us. So focus, prioritize, and obsess over them. Because fulfillment is found in achieving a goal that matters to us. Because a balance need not look equal to the outside. It must just feel fulfilling to you. And it is through channeled obsession that I found this rim of my coin. That unique state of mental solace where I was at peace. And as I continue along my journey to finding my balance, I hope that you can find yours too. Thank you.